Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3-minute rounds, and on the line, the Rocktagon MMA Amateur Middleweight Championship. Brought to you by Famous Energy Drink, Drink Famous, Play Famous, and Be Famous. Introducing your combatants. First, fighting out of the blue corner, please welcome the current Rocktagon Amateur Middleweight Champion, Freddie Musgrave.
This one's for the hardware, Nick.
Yeah.
Will Burge alongside Nick Nutter live at the La Villa Event Center in Cleveland, Ohio. Freddie Musgrave, the middleweight title holder at 5-0. He's been a fixture of Rocktagon MMA for quite some time now. Very impressive in his victories from Team Nonstop, making his way to the cage with his team and the hardware raised high.
Yeah, hardware raised, and it's weird. Usually the challenger comes out, but because of the way the pro bouts formed, we had to do it this way. But but he doesn't care. He just wants to fight.
You know what?
So,
the great ones, they use everything to their advantage. Maybe he'll put in his head as a sign of disrespect or something. That doesn't seem like the type of guy he is, but you never know. Maybe it's somewhere deep back in the membranes of the old noggin up there.
And Freddie is one of the nicest guys in the world, but watch for this intimidating stare. He's got that intimidating stare in the cage. He turns into a different person as soon as he walks in the cage.
They call that an ice grill in the streets, Nick.
Oh,
an
God.
ice grill.
Well, I grew up in the mean streets of Litchfield, Ohio, so I know all about
His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, please welcome the challenger, John Gunther.
And here comes the challenger, John the Machine Gunther, 7-1 in his amateur MMA career from Fight Farm MMA. And here we go, the defense soap tail of the tape for this championship bout. John Gunther, age 27, the challenger. Freddie Musgrave, the champion, 28. The champion, 6 feet tall. Gunther, 5'9". Gunther, 178.5 pounds. Musgrave, the champion, 183.5. Musgrave with a slight reach advantage at 74 inches. Gunther, 72-inch reach, and there could be some fireworks in this one. Both these guys have won an array of different ways. They can go the entire round, all the rounds they need to go. They can have the knockout, submissions. Very well-rounded fighters, and this is a very good matchup once again by Mike Camp for the middleweight title.
This is truly two people who deserve the title. Win or lose, either guy, both of them are deserving of the title.
Excited for this one. As you see, Gunther hugging some of his family.
Now, this is a weird stat, but did you know that John Gunther is a professional alpaca shearer?
I did not.
No, that's something that I don't have on my resume.
I don't have that on mine either.
No, but he is a one of the most coveted alpaca shearers in the country.
Really?
Yeah, just my useless bit of knowledge that I'm sharing you with, but that is a true story.
Well, true story. The middleweight title bout is about to go down between Freddie Musgrave, the third, 5-0, and John the Machine Gunther, 7-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3-minute rounds and takes place in the Rocktagon MMA Middleweight Division. And on the line, the Rocktagon MMA Middleweight Championship. Brought to you by Famous Energy Drink, Drink Famous, Play Famous, and Be Famous. And once the cage door locks, your championship referee in charge is Vic Ventresca. Introducing your combatants. First, fighting out of the blue corner, the defending champion, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 183.5 pounds. He has stepped into the cage 5 times and walked out 5 times victorious. Representing Team Nonstop, he hails from the rubber city of Akron, Ohio. Please welcome the reigning, defending Rocktagon MMA Middleweight Champion, Freddie Stop Musgrave. His opponent across the cage to my right, fighting out of the red corner, the challenger, a freestyle fighter standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 178 and 1/2 pounds in 8 bouts. He has an MMA record of 7 victories against only 1 defeat. He represents the Fight Farm and hails from Mansfield, Ohio. Please welcome the challenger, John the Machine Gunther. Referee Vic Francesco with your official instructions.
Gentlemen, you've been given your instructions in the locker room. This is a championship fight of 3 rounds. Defend yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Have a clean fight. Good luck.
Once again, 3 rounds for the Rocktagon Amateur Middleweight Championship.
Here we go, live from the La Villa Event Center in Cleveland, Ohio. The hardware is on the line. Rocktagon 23. Freddie, non-stop Musgrave 5-0, and the middleweight title holder in the gray and red trunks, and John Gunther in the black and camouflage at 7-1, and they go right at it.
Yeah, electric is in the air. Both guys have big followings. Both got a lot of cheers, and I think this is what a lot of people came to see tonight.
Certainly one of the headlining bouts of the night. Freddie Musgrave trying to gain position on top on the mat, looking to get over into the mount. He's caught up there by Gunther, doing a good job of protecting him from moving over into the full mount position. But now Musgrave looking to drop a right and a left.
Now you're not allowed to do a heel hook in. You're not allowed to do a heel hook in.
No, you could do a leg bar, but you can't crank the heel.
Yes, you're not allowed to torque the heel.
And this would be an extremely dangerous position if it was professional.
Yeah.
But luckily for Gunther, he's out of it. Musgrave right back on top of him again.
And it looks like he might be going for a knee bar, or, I mean, a heel hook would be ideal, but in the amateur, it's something that you're not allowed to do. So.
Big left hand just misses from Musgrave, still throwing wildly there. Nothing really connecting too solidly.
And Musgrave's pretty solid every position. He's good on his feet, and I believe John is really good on his feet. I think he's even been, and I might be mistaken, training in Thailand, doing the Muay Thai training with the, I guess Thai people. But that just shows if that's true, shows his dedication to the sport.
2 guys have been around a long time and will both be probably very successful professionals. Rounding out their amateur careers here, 5-0 title holder Freddie Musgrave in the dominant position right now, but John Gunther trying to battle out. He's 7-1 on the bottom, and this is a very interesting position to say the least.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm trying to think what Gunther's got. Gunther, I think, is still looking for that knee bar. Or no. Okay, now I see a different angle. He's going for a Kimura off the bottom, and as long as Freddie's
and there's the tap.
I don't know what
it's
happened.
over. Musgrave goes down, and John the Machine Gunther is your new Rocktagon Middleweight Champion. He weathered the storm, Nick, and came out on top. Very patient, very calm, and got the submission.
I think it was a neck crank. I was looking at an arm bar, as was probably the rest of the crowd, but I see Freddie, like his jaw's clicking. So I'm led to believe that it has something to do with like a neck crank.
Well, he locked up the head and right arm, left arm of Freddie Musgrave with the legs, and then was cranking the arm. As you can see here on the replay, the arm and the head of Musgrave locked up. He can't move, and I think that's eventually what ended up making him tap.
I think you're right. When somebody's opening their jaw up and down, that's usually not a good sign. It means something's clicking and not right.
Well, there you go. John the Machine Gunther, now 8-1 and the middleweight champion of Rocktagon MMA. Will throw it up cage side for the belt presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes of round number 1. Your winner by tap out due to a triangle choke. And now, the new Rocktagon MMA Middleweight Champion, John Gunther.
All right, I'm here with your new middleweight champion, John Gunther. John, it looked like he was dominating at first, but you bought your time and you were able to come up with a submission. Did you think you had the position to be able to do that?
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I just kept hanging out there and worked for something.
Did you want to go down to the mat, or did you come into the fight wanting to stand with Freddie?
I definitely want to take it down, but I would have rather have been on top.
Hey, one way or the other, you just wanted that belt around your waist. Who do you got to thank out there?
I want to thank Cody Stevens, Fight Farm, Mickey Scadovas, Ronin Training Center, everyone that helped me work out, everyone at Tiger Muay Thai.
Well, there he is. One more huge round of applause for your new Rocktagon Middleweight Champion, John Gunther.